Hello everyone, this is Dennis Aguila, your Pickleball Physio. I'm here in Clear One, Orlando, where I play a majority of my pickleball and learn to hone my game skills here. And so, yes, I do not sell physical therapy, but with my unique set of skills as a movement specialist, I am able to provide you with results and transformations on how you can best stay in the game, continue to play at your optimum with confidence, and playing injury-free. With that being said, also in this results and transformation vein is usually these clients will come to me with pain and symptoms of pain and tightness, etc., resulting from these injuries that occur that bring on inflammation. So I think of myself as a firefighter to put out the fire initially, and then I also think of myself as a contractor or builder, because here in Florida we are constantly undergoing hurricanes, and there's a need for rebuilding of homes to withstand the rigors of a storm. So I am your builder to build up your body to stand up to the rigors of this amazing game of pickleball. So that being said, it is story time, ladies and gentlemen. When I was younger, and of course when my kids were younger, they would look forward to story time every night. So today's story is about a patient, and that patient is yours truly. So about 3 weeks ago, here at Clear One, I was playing in this ladder tournament here on Thursdays, and the games, of course, are so intense. The competition is fierce. I, in this particular match, was getting lobbed on incessantly, especially into my backhand. They were really testing out my backhand overhead lob. And so what is ending up happening was I'm wanting, again, to win these points, so I'm trying to generate just that little bit more pace, a little bit more pop on that overhead. So what I felt was the tweak into this wrist, particularly right here on the outside portion of my wrist. And I thought to myself, that is again, a symptom. There's fire going on in here, inflammation occurring. There's been a strain of this area. With pickleball or any other intense sporting activity, that level of dopamine and endorphins that are flowing through your body and brain sort of numbed off a lot of that feeling of discomfort. So yes, I ignored it, and I continued to play, and continued even the following day to drill with my partner Eddie. And through those repetitions and through those continued micro traumas that were occurring, I started to feel it again, even more accumulating, to the point where now, instead of my body whispering these little things that are happening, it was now screaming at me. And so I did incur this injury onto my right wrist. But as I continued to study, especially myself on video, I became acutely aware again of the kinetic chain. What is the kinetic chain? It is that symphony of connecting all the joints required to perform this particular activity, such as, let's say, this backhand overhead shot that I was being tested on. So if we look at all the joints again, if we start distally at the wrist and hand as I grip the paddle, it is again the wrist and hand, then moving down into the forearm, and then the elbow, and then the shoulder, and then of course your scapula articulating with your rib cage, and then your spine, all of those working again in symphony in an orchestrated manner to execute the shot. So let's go back to a little bit of history about myself, in that I have severe scoliosis. I have a right thoracic, or my upper back has this convexity, and then I have a compensatory lumbar or lower back convexity on the left side. So this scoliosis tends to round my right shoulder forwards, and then you'll see this sort of rib hump onto the side and sort of an elevation of my upper trap trying to compensate. And so I'm also battling the muscular imbalance that I spoke to you about in a previous video, in that my internal rotators, like my pecs, my anterior deltoid, my subscapularis, my lats, they all internally rotate or roll my shoulder forward and inward. And then my two little muscles that externally rotate are small and, in my case, a little weak and unstable, not providing that balance that is necessary, again, to keep my shoulder stable in the joint. So I was looking at, which is what most of us do, is to concentrate on the symptoms. Where is that pain at? In me, it was at the wrist. In examining the kinetic chain, I have to move upstream and find that truly the real issue, or the root cause of this resultant pain and strain on the wrist, was because of my instability and imbalance at the shoulder, at my scapulothoracic joint, and then again with my scoliosis, that rotation and that forward flexion. So as a patient of myself, I again had to do some more re-examining of my posture, and knowing that I avoided taking pictures with my right side exposed, because my shoulder tends to round forward in this manner where that internal rotation is occurring. So what I'm looking at trying to do for myself is try to externally rotate my arm and shoulder, and then also try to depress and then retract my scapula. That again doesn't feel very comfortable, but it does help improve some of the appearance and the posture that I'm seeking balance and stability for this shoulder, which again will result in that mobility distally at my wrist, forearm, elbow, with minimal strain in that area. So yes, this is my story about the kinetic chain within the shoulder. You can say I'm a recovering people pleaser, as I don't want to disappoint my playing partners or my drilling partners. But now I've told them I have to draw the line, set the boundary, and do the things that I need to do to take care of myself, take care of the necessary balance within my shoulder, that muscular imbalance. And as I say, just generally we know in life, Nothing is ever really linear. I'm going through this little down period of being away from the game, but I know that as I put in the time, the reps, both at the gym or on my own at home, well, actually, since I'm, again, mobile and I'm on the road a lot, seeing my other clients, I've started incorporating some more of those same little exercises, including just opening up my chest while I'm driving. Let's say I'm at my steering wheel, I'll just reach up and across to the headrest off to the passenger side. Or I'll try to reach up to the sunroof, again, as I retract that shoulder blade, my scapula, backwards, and then also do that little bit of external rotation as I point my thumb backwards. So those are some little things, what I call little snacking exercises as I go about my day. And then I'll put in my entree meals at the gym and truly try to build my whole body up. So that's sort of my new recipe in life, is finding balance. And I hope that this little video will inspire you through my story time. I'm continuing to manifest abundance and prosperity for myself and also for you too. I hope you enjoy this one, and we'll talk to you again soon.